How's it going, everybody? SC Wolfpack 34 here. It's going to be my first video I've ever made. Wanted to go ahead and talk about, I watch all your guys' grilling videos out there, and smoking videos and mods on grills as well, and you guys have all been very helpful, but I thought I'd go ahead and throw in my 2 cents and help out where I can. I've looked around. I think this will be one of the first videos you guys will see on a Brinkmann Offset Mini Smoker. I believe it's 26 inches wide. It's a little bit shorter than most smokers, but it's perfect for a little couple or a little family. Anyways, bought the smoker a week ago. Didn't realize what I was getting myself into. I had a Brinkmann vertical before this, and we have pretty gnarly windstorms here in Nevada. And about a week ago, 2 weeks ago, we had one here, and I found my smoker at the top of my yard, and it's all bent to hell. Anyways, took it upon myself, thought it was a good opportunity to buy a new one. So bought this guy, didn't do my homework, it's my bad. But, bought this guy, did my first burn just to get, season it up, get all the chemicals from the grills and all that, the oils that you guys would feel, burn those out. While I was doing that, I noticed this thing has a lot of leaks. So kind of took note of where the leaks were, did some homework with you guys on the videos you guys have all posted, and kind of came up with my own mods for the smoker, because like I said, I haven't seen any videos on the Brinkmann Mini. Anyways, so I want to work from the outside in. Obviously, you guys are going to see one of the first mods I did was I added a couple glow-in-the-dark temperature gauges. They'll definitely come in handy now, but they'll also come in way more in handy when I create a baffle for the inside. I haven't had a chance to create a baffle yet. So I added those in, sealed them up really well with the high heat fireplace silicone. Turns into almost a very hard clay. The other thing I did, you guys probably won't be able to tell, but the other thing I did is, as I was building it straight out of the box, I painted all the parts with the Rust-Oleum high heat barbecue spray paint. I know a lot of these barrel, keep in mind this is my first offset as well, sorry. I do know that a lot of these offsets, the paint tends to fade away and chip and begins to rust. Well, I'm doing my best to avoid that. I'm sure it's inevitable, but I thought it was a good start. The other thing I did, before I continue with the mods, the other thing I did is, as I was building it, I put high heat fireplace silicone in almost every nook and cranny I possibly could, just to get that over with while I was building it. Some of the major places that I put it, you guys will see in here, it's cracked a little bit, but the seal is still good. I put it inside in between the firebox here, going to the barrel, to the grill. Another place you guys will notice is I put it on the chimney stack. I put it both here, and I put it inside the grill. You guys probably won't be able to see it, but we'll give it a try. And you can barely tell a little bit there. Anyways, I sealed it on both sides of the chimney stack there, and then pretty much any nut and bolt that went through the barrel. Anything the rack attaches to the barrel, every nut and bolt that attaches to the firebox to it. The nuts and bolts that attach the stand to the barrel, all of them have the high heat fireplace silicone in them. The other thing I did as I was building it was I took note of where I could foresee leaks, and then when I did my first burn, I also took note of where any leaks were. Like I said, I went through all your guys' videos, took notes where I could, and then did my first burn, saw where a lot of leaks were coming from, and took notes. So anyways, getting back to the mods, did the temperature gauges on both sides. They'll be handy now, but even more handy once I get a baffle built. The other thing I did, you guys will probably see the white stripe. This is actually a high heat, well, first of all, let me back up. The lid on these does not sit correctly. It sits a little offset on both sides. It created a very terrible leak, both here, on the front, the side, and the back. So essentially the entire lid leaked. So what I did to the sides, because it is so offset on the lid to the bottom, I actually added a 3/4 inch square tubing to both sides. Clamped it on, I'll show you here. Clamped the 3/4 inch to the inside here, drilled my holes on both sides. The other thing I did was went ahead and I knew I was going to be putting this 1/8 by 1/2 inch fiberglass rope here. I went ahead and actually offset this by about 1/8 of an inch on the back so that it would sit flush. Obviously leading into the next thing, once these were on and painted, I sealed here along this line here with more of the high heat fireplace silicone or clay. That creates a seal. That way if this doesn't seal it here, at least we still have a seal from here to here. The other thing I did, you know, obviously looking at the video here, I added a 1/2 inch by 1/8 inch fiberglass fireplace rope. It's meant for grilling, so you know it's food safe. And I did it on all 3 edges here. Very, very, very sticky stuff. You know, if you guys are gonna do the same thing, be very careful. You know, it's not gonna hurt you, but it's very sticky and expensive. It's $30 for 12 feet. Ran it along all 3 edges. Creates a very, very good seal. Unfortunately, you guys aren't gonna get to see this thing burn today. I'll be doing it tomorrow night. But I can just tell, you know, getting in real close and putting the lights inside and stuff, there's no light coming out of it at all. The other challenge I faced was the gap back here along the back, because it does roll all the way over down to about here. I actually took more of the 1/8 by 1/2 inch seal and put it up against this wall and taped it to here. Not taped, but you know, the adhesive side was up along here, but flushed it up against here. And same thing, I threw lights inside, and there's not 1 ounce of light leaking out of this bad boy. So I believe that made a big fix. So the other thing I did was there was a lot of smoke and heat escaping from my firebox. You know, overall the firebox is, in my opinion, a piece of garbage. But you know, if you're willing to put 50 bucks in, make an order from Amazon, it's not a problem to fix. So I opened it up here, and same thing, I put more of the 1/8 inch by 1/2 inch fiberglass rope all the way along, and it just makes a phenomenal seal. Same thing, did the light test inside, not 1 ounce of light. My biggest bitch, or my biggest opinion about this smoker here is this sidewall here, this opening, in order to make it a little bit easier to get your charcoal, your remnants out. This was garbage. This thing was loose as could be. Excuse my dog, I'm sorry. Thor, no. I'm sorry guys. This thing was just garbage. This was loose as could be. It could barely stand up on its own, so obviously went in there and tightened it up a little bit so it sits exactly where I want it, so I can control the heat. The other thing I did was more of that fiberglass rope. This stuff was a savior. Ran fiberglass rope along the whole edge. I had to cut the fiberglass rope in half here so I could fit it in between the hinge and the wall. But you know, I haven't done a light test on this portion yet, but I can just tell you, you know, putting the locking it in place, you can just feel the seal happening on it. So anyways, very, very excited to go ahead and light this bad boy up tomorrow. You know, from what I can tell, the leaks, they were pretty bad, but they weren't non-fixable. Definitely gonna, any of you guys that buy one of these that are looking to really get into this and make it airtight, it's gonna take a little bit of work. I think between Lowe's and Amazon, I spent probably about 85, 90 bucks. So, you know, but you know, it's a good price to pay for some good barbecue. So anyways, go ahead and subscribe, you know, follow me on YouTube or follow me on Twitter or Facebook or whatever. I have them all, I just don't necessarily know how they work. But follow me on all of them. You know, I'm going to light this thing up tomorrow. I'll make another video while it's all lit up so you guys can see what I'm working with here. And, you know, we'll talk to you soon. Any comments, questions, concerns, suggestions, any of it, they're more than welcome. I'd love to take them, you know, so look forward to hearing from you guys.